Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Backyard Baseball 2003 Spring Training video. Just like for the 2001 team, I decided to make, a spring training video for my 2003 team. Just like last time, this is rbbl Season 12. Although, obviously, since it's a spring training game, this is not an actual rbbl Season 12 game. For anyone that doesn't know what the rbbl is, I'll leave an explanation in the description. So, with that out of the way, there's some things I need to explain here. First off, I'll leave a timestamp for if anyone just wants to just skip ahead to the game, and to anyone who doesn't want me to go over my team. So that's the first thing. Second thing is that, just like the last game, or last time, I frickin' misspeak. Just like last video, and by the way, I will link the 2001 spring training video in the description, and I'll link this video in that video's description. I was one of the few coaches who got the privilege to use two teams in the rbbl season, and here's my 2003 team. My 2001 league team is in the other video. In case anyone doesn't know, for the rbbl, it's split into two leagues, the 2001 and the 2003 league. And, I'm playing in both leagues. Last season, my first ever draft team season, I was playing in the 2003 league, but now I'm playing in both. And, as you guys may see here, the Junior Bombers are back. The 2003 Junior Bombers are back. As you guys may have seen if you were watching my videos last season, we're just a part of the community or whatnot. I went, for my first ever season, I went 7-7, and I was the one spot below the playoffs, and I hope to do better than that this time, or at least to make the playoffs. Since I forgot to mention it in the 2001 video, I am in a division with I need to look at it again. Hold on. Since I forgot to mention it last time, I am in, for this season, I am in the Backyard League, in which I am in the Backyard League Central, with Stressed, a newcomer, Uria's Green Monsters, Stressed Boston Marlins, Maya Junior Bombers, and Andrew Pays. And fun fact, Andrew is the person I'm going up against in the Junior League World Series right now. If you also watch those games or videos. And Andrew Pays Little Angels, so we're in the Backyard League Central. Obviously, since nothing has been played yet, there's no standings right now. But with that out of the way, I think that's about all the introduction I need to the intro. Time to explain how this team came around. So first overall pick was Ichiro. Ichiro was part of my plan this season, and fortunately it worked. My plan was to basically get Ichiro because, first off, I just really like the guy. I mean, look at him.
I see the ball.
I hit the ball. It's very simple.
I have a dog.
Hold on, there's one line that I really like.
My mitt is made. I see the ball. I have a dog. My mitt. Baseball is
easy. Homework is difficult. So yeah, I got Ichiro. I got the main man Ichiro. I got him with pick number, I'm pretty sure it was 12 in the first round. You see, I'd hopefully learn from my mistake of last season, because although Henry Deschaines, for anyone that doesn't know, Henry Deschaines is a Pete Wheeler clone, although his bat is more powerful and he has a pitching kit. I got him at second overall because I chose slot B, but this time I chose a slot later in first round because Because, well, the main issue with my team last time is that although Henry was awesome, yeah, the back end of my team kind of struggled because we just kind of went where he went, and I don't want to put it all on Henry, but it was kind of all on him. So at least now with Ichiro as a pick number 12, the back end of my team is a lot better now. Not to disrespect the kids that were on my last team, they were still good, but I think my team is better now. So yeah, but the reason why I wanted to pick Ichiro is because I've noticed that he's kind of been falling off on the 2003 drafts recently. Like, he used to go, like, top 5, or at least top 8 overall, but now he's slipping to, like, 11, 12, and 13, which I don't really get, because he's elite. He's got elite speed, he's got an elite arm, he doesn't come into pitch, which, the reason why him not coming into pitch is amazing is because in the rbbl, if you have like a good defender but they come into pitch because they are relief points or the relief score, then it can kind of lead to your defense breaking, because then they'll be subbed in by the AI after 5 runs or after that said pitcher is low on stamina. So his relief points being basically non-existent, or him not having a pitching kit, is also awesome. So just on top of his super speed along with his elite arm. But the main reason why I'm surprised is because, and I'll get to him later, Kenny is one of the reasons, and I'll get to him later. But I'm just surprised that Ichiro was somewhat fallen, so I picked either pick 11 or pick 12. I think it was pick 11, although I may be wrong, and I'll correct myself in editing. So with pick number 11 or 12, we got Ichiro for our first rounder. Now on to my second rounder. Will Ferrell. Just like Bowser in last spring training video, Will is one of the special players that were introduced in Season 12. As you guys may have seen in the last video, if you watched last video's spring training videos, there were 10 customs that were introduced in each league. I'll probably put them up on screen right now. And, well, I got 2 of them, 1 per league. Will Ferrell is interesting in that he's got a power bat. He's also tall, which is great because I can place him on first base. He's got a decent arm, and he isn't that slow. I think he's got good stamina too, which was really important because I wanted, like, to see, my picks were between Vladimir Guerrero because I had good experiences with Vladimir in the online league. I also had, and also Debbie Nagasawa, who had an elite bat and some speed. I was thinking on Vladimir, but then I was looking at it and I saw that Will was still available. Now, I somewhat kind of sniped. I kind of feel bad for Munchin Smith or El Chris Blanco because he was kind of banking on it, and then I sniped him with the pick that was right before his, so I kind of feel bad. But with that the way, Will is honestly really solid. I was originally banking on Sally, but honestly, I think Will is fair compensation because he's got an extremely good bat with 93 out of 100 swing power and 60 something out of 100 contact, so he is a really solid power bat. He's got a decent arm, and since he's tall, he can play a great first base. And he also has good stamina, and he isn't even that slow either, which is why I'm great to have him on the team as one of my main sluggers. So, yeah, so I decided, you know what, yeah, and just to pick Will to get both a power bat and a first baseman. Just to get those 2 things just locked down, so I at least have 1 power bat, even if I don't draft another one in the draft. So, with that out of the way, on to pick number 3, Star Moonbeam. One of the only 2 members on the team 2003, this season. to be a returning face, to be a familiar face to the Junior Bombers. In case you guys haven't seen last season, Star Moonbeam was on my team, and she was elite. Even though she can't really do much else, she has 100 out of 100 speed, which is tied with Pete Wheeler and 4 other kids. I say Pete Wheeler because he's selectable, or one of the familiar selectable backyard kids. That is tied for the fastest player in the game, and I'm sure you guys know how fast Pete Wheeler is. So yeah, and I just had amazing experience with her last season. She was actually, in fun fact, she was actually the last player in the league when it comes to the characters to go below a 1,000 batting average. She's just so fat. Basically, she's so fast that unless you hit it like directly to the pitcher, or if it's like a pop-up or something, she's almost guaranteed a single. And if they have under 90 out of 100 arm strength, that catcher, or an under a 90 out of 100 arm strength stat at catcher, she's basically a free double because you can steal second. So yeah, so it was just awesome having her then, and it's and I really appreciate having Star on the team again. And I appreciate getting her as a 3rd rounder again, because she's just so valuable due to that speed. But with that out of the way, on to my 4th rounder, Lance Lambert. Now, another newcomer to the Junior Bombers is Lance Lambert. I picked him in the 4th round because I really like his power bat. He's basically the exact same as Will when it comes to offense. He's a power bat that isn't abysmally slow but has mediocre speed, and both of their power bats are about the same as well. Although Will is a bit less good as Lance, although since he's a bit taller, he gets a bit more trajectory, so it about evens out. So yeah, so Will is basically, Lance was basically, he's kind of like Parker from last season, although unlike Parker, he has like double the contact stat, which means that I shouldn't struggle as much with Lance. Lance was also nice because he added a pitcher that was at second base that I could place at second base for my AI defense, which was nice because usually, like, second base is the place where you place, like, a mediocre to bad defender, and Lance was exactly that, but Lance has a pitching kit, which is nice, so that really helps him there, and in general, it's just nice to have another power bat that isn't too slow, if that makes sense. So yeah, so as my 4th rounder, I'm happy to introduce Lance to the Junior Bombers family. Welcome aboard, Lance. And with my 5th overall pick, I chose Carlos Beltran, another selectable character. Carlos was basically, my original banking was on Ruth Prout, but then I unfortunately got sniped by Silver Bullets, and although honestly, the more I look at it, the more I'm actually somewhat glad that I got sniped, because Carlos was honestly a really good value for a 5th rounder that I got there. Because the thing about him is that he has an elite glove / coordination stat, which helps him on defense along with a good arm. He's got some speed too, which is nice. His bat is okay. He's got like 60 something out of 100 power and like roughly 15 out of 100 contact, which may be frustrating to use sometimes, but Carlos is a really good defender who can hold his own on offense, which is nice. Let's see what he has to say.
Me gusta el béisbol. I will not eat the green beans. No way. If I even see green beans, it makes me gag. Ugh.
So yeah, so as basically like as a defensive only player, because I already had 2 power bats and like 2 elite speedsters, so I could afford someone who wasn't that great at speed but good at defense. and that's basically Carlos, because he's really good at defense, and he's playing at shortstop for me, which is good because his elite coordination and good arm, while also having some speed, allows him to basically scoop up ground balls and throw them out to first. So with my 5th rounder, I picked with Carlos Beltran. Welcome to the Junior Bombers team, Carlos. Next up as my 6th rounder, I went with Cindy Chang. Now this might be the only one that may have potentially been an overdraft, but I still think I got some value out of it. Cindy is basically a Vicky clone, except she has an even worse bat. So I have Vicky on my Royalist team and online, and I didn't really mind Vicky, but she was kind of like eh. But Cindy is basically her if her bat was a bit worse, which is fine because Cindy is an elite defender due to her good speed plus 100 out of 100 coordination stats, while also having a decent arm and good stamina. I basically picked her as like an elite outfielder that I could place on the outfield, and the thing is though is that against the AI, players like Vicky and her clones are a lot better against the AI than against other people in the online league, so which is another reason why I picked her, because Vicky had already been drafted and I kind of was looking at her. So yeah, so I was just looking at it and I was like, you know what, yeah, Cindy, you're up, because I just wanted to just have another speedster that was extremely really good at defense. And even if her bat is awful, if she can like get it past the pitcher or whatnot, she has enough speed to leg out grounders, even if her bat is abysmal. So yeah. And what I was also trying to do is, you see, one of the reasons why I had some of the wins I had last season was because my team was really good at defense last season because my outfield was so fast. With Cindy, Ichiro, and Star in my outfield now, in which I'll probably place my AI defense in the corner or on the screen, I tried to recreate that now, except with Ichiro, Star, and Cindy, so it should be really good. But with the 6th round spot, welcome to the team, Cindy Chang. Welcome to the Junior Bombers. Now, here's one of the reasons why I said that I was surprised that Ichiro was fallen so far, or by like 6 or 7 spots, which it may not seem like much, but for like a 1st rounder, that's quite a lot. It's because of Kenny. Now you see, some that not many people may know of is that in this game, in Backyard Baseball 2003, there are 4, or maybe there might be more and I might be miscounting, backyard kids that get boosts with pros. They are Kenny with Ichiro, which I have Ichiro and Kenny here, Reese with Derek Jeter, Lisa Crockett with Mike Piazza, and Luann Louie with a pro pitcher. So basically Luann Louie with Brad Radke, Tim Hudson, or Randy Johnson. However, Kenny's boost is arguably the best boost out of all of them. The reason why is because most of the other ones get like a boost in maybe a bit of arm strength, maybe a bit of coordination, maybe some like the miscellaneous stats that don't really matter. However, Kenny gets a boost in speed. He goes from like a 70-some to an 80-some out of 100 speed, which may not sound like that much, but that is really important because it allows him to basically skip over a speed tier. Regularly, Kenny, along with anyone else that has 60 out of 100 to 79 out of 100 speed, is in tier 4. Everyone in that category runs the exact same speed, and he's in tier 4. But with 80 something out of 100 speed, he goes up a tier. he basically goes from Gretchen, Lisa, Ahmed, Sally, etc. tier to Vicky, Dante, Pablo, Keisha, etc. tier, which is just so valuable considering how Kenny has 100 out of 100 stamina, so you're basically able to sprint with him all day long, or I guess wheel harder, whatever it is when you click on the base with him. Which is why him jumping that speed tier is so valuable, and on top of that, he also gets a better bat. His bat is normally awful with 19 out of 100 swing power and 49 out of 100 swing contact, but he gets a nice bump up to like, I think it's roughly around like 35, or it might just be straight up 35 out of 100 swing power, which is more notable than contact, and 50 out of 100 swing contact, which is really notable and really nice. So, and it's great because I can get him at a luxury. I can basically get someone that's a couple rounds earlier at a later round, which is another reason why I'm surprised that Ichiro was fallen, because with Ichiro you can get Kenny. You basically get a free upgrade for Kenny for less, which is really nice, or for about the same price tag as the others, which is really nice. So yeah, so we'll see what he has to say.
My little sister Vicky drives me crazy sometimes. The other day, she made me help her with her ballet practice. It was okay at first, but when she tried to put a tutu on my wheelchair, I said, enough is enough. I mean, you gotta draw the line somewhere, right? It's tough being a big brother. I've got this huge collection of Japanese robot toys. I wish I had a real giant robot to cruise around in. That would be awesome.
Nice. But with the 7th round draft pick, welcome to the team, Kenny Kawaguchi. Well, and with the 8th round of the draft pick, I chose Aaron Harris as my late 8th rounder. Now, I got a bit of a good deal because another RBBL League member, Ayaz Not, he was actually drafting another RBBL member's team. Yeah, Pepsi. Yeah, his name is Pepsi, and he basically was drafting his team for him. And he actually came up with a deal, or well, it's not really a deal. It was kind of him forcing me to take something he was thinking I probably wouldn't have wanted to. But he basically came up to me with a deal saying that, hey, you give me extra spots in round 6, well, I get extra round picks in round 7 and 8. The reason for this is because he basically told me that if I wouldn't have, then he would have picked Kenny in the 7th round, or where I was planning to pick him. So I obviously said yes to that, although, if I'm gonna be honest, that was kind of a win-win for me, because I got who I wanted. I was wanting to pick Cindy in the 6th anyway, and she still fell to me. And if I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have picked Paco or Olga in the 7th, if it wasn't for Kenny. So I basically got a free extra spots in the 8th round, which was nice. So yeah, so I figured I'd mention that because that somewhat took part, or somewhat assisted in me getting Aaron in the 8th. So basically, I was basically looking at my team and I realized that I didn't have, because the only decent arms I had were Cindy, Carlos, and Ichiro, except obviously Carlos was the only one that I didn't want to play in the outfield. Or well, there was Will, but obviously he's a first baseman, because he's my only above 3 height. And I was looking at it and I was like, I need like a third or baseman or a shortstop, so I can place either Carlos at third or short. My main banking was originally on Gail Weinman, because I had great experiences with her last season. She was on my season 11 team, and I had good experiences with her, but unfortunately Wizard took her a good bit before my spot, so I was like, crap. But then I was looking at it, and I saw that Aaron Harris was still available. Now, honestly, Aaron was a pretty good deal as a late 8th rounder. Although her glove is awful and she has mediocre speed, she's got a good arm and an okay bat, so like, it was far from a bad deal. So I basically just drafted her and placed her at 3rd, and well, it was still good. Because she had an 80-something out of 100 arm strength, which was nice, because if it went over to her, that was definitely enough to get it over to 1st. Or for like a relay or whatnot, which was nice. And since she has like an okay bat, I can just place... she won't be a liability on offense either. And especially considering how, although it's mediocre, her speed isn't even that awful. So, with all that knowledge out of the way, I selected her in the 8th round. And, welcome to the team, Aaron Harris. Welcome to the Junior Bombers. And, if you guys know me, you probably saw this one coming, but, for the 9th rounder, you know I gotta pick her. It's my girl, it's Heidi Thurman, my favorite generic. There's a multitude of reasons why I have Heidi as my favorite, and I got her again in the 9th, which was nice. And she was nice because she allowed me to place, because I was able to place her at catcher and I didn't have to place Ichiro at catcher. And I don't think that needs any much more of an explanation. The queen has returned. And with out of the way, that's about my team. That's how this team was formed. Or my thoughts between each draft pick. I like this team. I like it because it's basically... I think it's basically what I did last season, except the holes aren't as bad anymore, or they're just straight up patched up, while also having a couple of the strengths be improved, which I like. I basically think that this is just a better version of my team from last season, which I think is great. But with that out of the way, let's get into the game. And here's the team. This is probably going to be what my batting lineup is for just this game and the season until I change it. So I'm going to fast forward until I set my lineup. So, with that out of the way, this is basically the roster. Or the roster that I'm going to be playing with going into my spring training game. I'm placing Ichiro and Star leading off. I want Ichiro to be at first because of his line drive abilities, in case the bottom of the order gets on. But obviously Star will be right after him, because if Star hits like a bad grounder, he can hopefully just race to second. And then I'll place Phil. I place Will here for as like the cleanup man. The cleanup man. Then we've got Kenny Kawaguchi as like the, get on base type of guy. And once again, I mean, look at these increases because of the Ichiro boost, especially with that 9 at running. Yeah. Then Aaron is like just a line drive bat. Then Lance to bring him in. Then Carlos for line drives. Then Cindy is kind of like just an, bad batter. But since I placed her behind Carlos Beltran, hopefully he'll be able to just run it out. And I placed Heidi here, so hopefully if Cindy gets on, she can just outrun the throw. But with that out of the way, I think that's about it. By the way, it's Carlos Beltran's birthday, I just realized that. So he gets a nice little boost at hitting. Nice. I don't really think that's going to affect much, but it might. With that out of the way, that's about the teams. Let's start the spring training. By the way, I'm probably going to use both Lance and Kenny as the pitcher, as my user pitcher, because I can just spam slow balls with both of them against the AI. Speaking of the AI, this AI defense, honestly, is far from bad. I mean, they've got Gale, who's got good core, some speed, and an arm. They've got Jordan, who's fast and has an arm. Isabel, although she might come into pitch rather quickly, though I'm not really entirely sure on that. She's got a cannon of an arm. It's at 88 out of 100 arm strength, which I'm not sure is enough to throw out Ichiro and Star, but she'll definitely try. The only stinker here is Laura, because she has an awful arm because of her being a Reese clone. I mean, Tanya's the Gregor Vaughn clone, good arm. Tomei and Jocinda, well, they can't cover a lot of ground, have good gloves and a decent arms. And Marilyn is a monster at defense, although they placed her at right. Which I don't know why they did that, but I mean, this is definitely a good spring training practice AI defense, because this AI defense is far from bad. But with that out of the way, let's start up the game. One thing that's nice is that the Season 12 logo was the Bombers, which I like. Yeah, in case anyone doesn't know, with the B-Fouls, you have the logos of... One of the way to tell that you're using the B-Foul is that there's like a demarcation logo here, and it seems like Season 12's is the Bombers, so that's nice. But the other way, let's start the game. Oh god, freaking shut up. Thank you. I hate the chatter, and I'll just always turn it off. I just hate it so much. Okay, Jordan being on the mound is kind of an issue because... Although I'm just going to try and wait for pitches that go to the left, like that. Should be able to get there. Nice job. Am I going crazy, or was Ichiro looking a bit slow out there? Okay, figure I'll steal. Yes, okay, so we can steal on 88 out of 100 arm. That's pretty notable because I was looking at you know what, actually, yeah, I'm sorry, but chatter is shutting off. I wanna just talk by myself without those two. Okay.
Run.
Nice job. Way to get there, Star. Okay, so this should put... Yep, here comes Will. Got two people on. It's so weird not having the chatter on. But... Ooh, good rip. Yeah, that's getting through. Will, you can probably go to second, but... nah, you can't go to third. But nice job, Will. Yeah, I'm turning it back on. It's so weird not having, like, the chatter on. Ah, got me. I was considering that maybe could have been high, but I just didn't want to take any chances, basically.
The stretch and the throw. The swing. That's a foul.
I'm not sure if I'm like swinging late or whatnot, but
Here's the motion. Pitch on the way.
yes.
That's one. And
No way, man. Perfectly played. One of the differences in this B-Foul, by the way, is that now that the AI hitting, the AI defense can no longer be shifted out. Shut up. They can no longer be shifted out. They can only be shifted in.
Ground ball. That's a slow roller.
Come on. Come on. God, he's so freaking slow, man.
Looks like he tripped.
Okay, just get back. There we go. Kind of a weak hit from Lance, but it worked.
Runners on first and second.
See what this one +1 at hitting entails. Nice rip. No way, man. Come on. Aren't you a bit faster than that, my dude? Ah! Dang it. Dude, just get back. Okay, thank you. So this is probably going to be the end of the inning, unfortunately. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on.
That'll keep you on your toes.
Will you so freaking God? I guess that makes sense, but like, thought he was supposed to have good stamina. Like, I don't get why he was so drained. I think what was happening was I may have been sprinting a bit too much with him. That was probably what was happening, by the way. Okay, should be an easy one for Star. Come on. Now throw it. Bruh, come on. Really, No, that wasn't a bad tag. That was just the ump being bad. Okay, Carlos. No, Carlos. What are you doing, man? No, Will. Don't know why my team is fumbling all of that. Like, come on. That could have been a double play, yet they both dropped it, basically. Should be just an easy one. Nice job. Okay. Yeah, good try. Okay, just do what you did last time. Wait for a pitch that's like out there. We're here. Nice job. Yeah, you're on. No need to even sprint. I mean, look at that. Very nice. Ooh, wow. It domed her. Okay, yep. I'm not even gonna sprint. Nice job. Although that's not a good enough pitch to swing at, like, ever. Unless it's, like, 2 strikes. Ooh, good rip. Yeah, you're going home. You're going to second. Nice job. Oh, come on, come on. Okay, at least you get on, although... Yes! Got them both on. Beautiful. Oh, come on. Ah, come on! Let me turn back, dude! Just bad game design, basically. I was trying to send her back, yet the game doesn't let you send her back there. Because of how badly that is programmed. I hate how they programmed it to where it's like, you cannot tag up when the player is running. They automatically go, and you can't control it. Like, it's honestly the stupidest mechanic in the entire game. Okay? Oh, and that's just gone. I mean, it's not my fault. That's basically just bad RNG right there. Okay. No, Carlos, I need you to move. No! Bruh. I can't do anything about that. That's frustrating because I just can't do anything about that because if you click on second, then he just wants to go to second. I can't do anything about that. That's just frustrating. I know why Jocinda does like a glitch there.
Into the
Am I the only person who, crazy person who sees that? Okay.
Jumper to third.
Okay,
Goes
as
for the
expected.
diving catch, and she blows it.
Nope.
That's a
Ah,
touchdown.
just
And the
not
throw
good
to
enough.
first, safe at first.
Or like, if she was like a speed tier slower, that would have worked.
Coach calls timeout.
Okay, so I'm getting pretty bad luck right now.
Good.
By the way, I swapped Lance. I'm swapping Lance or Kenny for Lance because...
Ground ball.
No,
Easy
just
play
get
for
it to
her.
second.
Over to
Nice
second.
job.
That's it for her.
Okay, come on, get through.
Rounded
Nice
into center
job.
field. That one took a chunk out of the ground.
God, am I going crazy or do they seem slower than usual?
A 1-1 pitch.
No!
Makes the break.
Dang it.
Tags one.
Yes, got through.
Ball is still in play. And the
Oh my god, are you serious, dude?
And
He seriously didn't make it?
this kid's gonna do everything they can to get
Like,
on base.
am I seriously going crazy or do these players seem slower than usual, by the way?
Ball one. 1-0.
Like, come on, dude.
Swung on.
Yep.
Ground ball. Sent him scrambling.
Nice job.
Makes it to second.
Okay.
Ground ball. That's a slow roller.
Oh, come on!
And that's
Oh!
Conuesco comes to the plate.
Like, there's nothing I can do about that, basically.
Swinging. That from the one.
There's basically nothing I can do about that. I'm just getting awful RNG right now.
For him. And the throw to first. That's it for her. Into the motion and the offering.
No!
One.
Actually, yes. I was afraid that that was gonna just be a fly out, so that they were just gonna catch it, but fortunately they
Got one
didn't.
thing on her mind. Getting a hit. You gotta
Nice
keep your toes
job.
in this game, Sonny.
You know, it seems like she just drops everything that's thrown to her, the third baseman.
Takes the stretch. The delivery.
Yes.
Ground ball. That'll keep
Got
you
it.
on your toes.
Got it.
Here's the windup and the throw.
I shouldn't have went for that. It was a bad hit regardless.
Safe.
What are they doing? What are these guys doing? Shouldn't have went for that. And
Kenny's a fast-paced wheeler, and he can play all day without getting tired. Nobody out.
okay, I'm do an all steal here.
Target goes up, and the delivery. A swing. Grounder to short.
Just
That's a slow
come
roller.
on!
To second. He's out. Aaron Harris. Runners on first and third. One out.
I even stole with the guy and everything, and she even dropped it.
Ready now.
He was
Here's the
just
pitch.
too slow.
That was ball one. Attempts to steal.
Nope.
Ah, I figured that since she was on third, that she wouldn't have
Runners
went
at
for
the
that.
corners. One out. Here's the motion. Fires. Swing.
Ooh, good rip.
Towards right. And it
No
goes
way.
foul. And it's an out.
Come on.
And he is safe. Trip.
Oh my god!
Innings over. And the Bombers lead it. Up by 3. The Bombers are annihilating the competition. So I remember.
Come on! Like,
Nobody out.
come on. That was the best throw I've ever seen from someone who has like 50-something out of 100 throw power.
The target
Like,
goes
what
up
is my
and delivered.
RNG? And I even preemptively, because right after after Maryland caught it, I realized how powerful
Into the
Maryland's
motion
arm
and the
is.
delivery.
Ah,
Swing.
right down the middle. Okay, come on, Carlos. No. Okay.
And he goes
Nice
after
job.
it to first. She's out of there. Jordan.
Like, I can't catch a break right now. Good, thank God this is just a spring training game, because, like, I actually can't catch a break right.
Get that one. I don't think she meant to do that. At
It's
least I hope
fine.
not. Throws it to first. Safe at
Don't know what
first.
you're doing,
On to
buddy.
second. Out. That retired.
Thanks.
Lance Lambert. No outs.
Thank God this is a freaking spring training game, because
Into motion, and
I
the
actually
delivery.
can't catch a break right now.
0-1. Swung on.
Okay,
Ground
come
ball.
on, get on
That's a
base.
slow roller.
God, why are you so slow, my dude?
Safe.
Nice.
And it's out of play. Going for 2 bases and makes it easily.
Like, let me look at this, by the way, because, like,
No
shut up. No, he isn't even really that tired. Like, why is he so slow? Like, why?
From the windup and the pitch.
Ooh, good try.
Territory. The 3-1
Kaboom!
Wow, what a rip. Okay.
Ball is
No,
still
you're
in
not
play.
making it to second. You might if she... Nope, of course not.
Cindy Chan. Runners at the corners. No outs. A swing.
Oh, come on, come on,
Ground
come on,
ball.
come on.
That's a slow roller.
Nice. Okay. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm now just gonna preemptively steal with everyone so I can... Because I don't want Heidi to hit into a potential double play.
Strike. He's gonna steal home.
Get out.
Run, Sonny. You gotta
Sorry.
keep your from the windup, throws it.
Of course.
And here comes something exciting. Always seems to happen when Ichiro comes to bat. Ground ball.
Nope.
That'll
Yeah,
keep
come
you
on.
on
No!
your toes.
What? What?
Jim Tomey comes to bat. No outs.
Thought that got past him, but whatever you say, game. I guess it just bounced to the right. Man. All I can say is just thank God that this is just a scrimmage game. Or just a practice
Into the
game,
motion,
because
cuts to the plate.
this is... My luck has just been awful this game. Ready, now time to just close it.
Marilyn
It's
McDonald.
Maryland.
From the windup and delivers. A blue tip. From the stretch, he throws it.
Ooh, okay.
Ready now. The delivery.
You know, I should probably have just, like, Kenny.
Ground ball
No.
down the middle.
I tried to get for frickin' Carlos to get it, but she placed in the perfect spot. Here comes the power up.
Ready now. Cuts to the plate. Swing. Breaks for it.
Oh, never mind.
And he can't get it.
Ah, but of course he drops it.
Swinging. Ground ball.
No, just get it to first.
The throw.
Didn't mean to throw it there. Okay, GG's.
That'll bring him to a halt in this inning. And the Bombers win the game.
Honestly, thank God this was a scrimmage or just a spring training game, because this was just awful. So yeah, so 4 minus 1 is a +3, which would basically be a stinker in the rbbl. Yeah, this game was just not great. Not a great showing. Thank God that this is just a scrimmage game, as my luck was just awful this game. By the way, let's look at the stats. I mean, everyone except for Aaron and Heidi honestly had a decent day. Star getting on all times, Ichiro, Will getting on all 3 times with 3 RBIs. Yeah, so I mean, nobody had an awful day. It's just that I wasn't able to do anything, because I just had constantly just got double play after badly hit ball that entire game. So, well, that the way, there's the spring training game, and well, that the way, this is the CRK here, and well, hope you guys have a good day and or night, and goodbye. Hey there, thanks for making it to the end of my video, or sticking it through all the way. I hope you have a good day and or night, and I hope you watch next video. I hope you enjoyed. And if you have any tips or feedback on how I can improve my videos, I'd really appreciate it. But that out of the way, thank you.